That should hopefully work. So for the categories of the art, I picked out still like, good, meh, cringe, and
brother,
And I'm gonna sort everything into those categories. Starting off strong, we have a drawing of Ladybug. She has her little magic yo-yo in the air and winking. Her facial proportions are a little strange. Noodly arms, very thin torso, and tiny legs. So for this first piece, I'm going to put her into the brother ew category. This one here is a drawing of Ladybug. I drew her face and then I had nowhere to go with it, so I was like, well, I'll just draw the rest of her. And the rest of her I did. Unfortunately, once again, it's that same problem of face, forehead, almost okay neck for this one, but then she's got that really tiny torso and even tinier legs. I mean, she looks like a chibi gone wrong. However, despite the very tall forehead, I do think her face is still pretty cute. So she's just gonna go in the meh section. I think I'm gonna make a couple changes to the tier list. I'm not really liking how it's going, so I'm gonna change meh to decent. And I don't feel like we need the cringe category, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of that. So for this one, I hadn't quite discovered anime yet, so I was still trying to figure out a style that was cartoony, cute, but also was kind of sticking to that realism. I mean, it's a kid's drawing. I was also trying to incorporate things from the Miraculous Ladybug style, like for example, the way that they shade Marinette's hair, it's definitely there. I don't really particularly have any strong feelings towards this drawing, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the decent category as well. So we got one that isn't Ladybug. This one here is Trix. She is the Kwami. They're just a Western cartoon magical girl equivalent to like the flying pet animals that all magical girls have. And she's for the Fox Miraculous. Nonetheless, I do think it's really cute. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in the still like category. This is still on my sketchbook. There's the Ladybug and Cat Noir symbols. I think they're cute, but I don't think there's anything necessarily special about them. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the good category. Oh, another Kwami. This is the other Kwami I really liked. I cannot for the life of me remember what her name was. She was for the Bee Miraculous, I know that. It turned out good, I just don't think it turned out as nice as the other one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in, ooh. I think I'm gonna put it in decent. So this drawing was a little bit later in my art journey. You definitely started seeing that more anime inspiration, although I was still trying to wrap my head around what anime was at the time even. There was an attempt at shading made for the suits, which turned out decent in some places. You got that heart shape around the two of them, which was a nice touch. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the good category. Okay, this one was in my anime phase, that's for sure. I knew enough about anime to know what a chibi was. So it looks like I drew Cat Noir, Ladybug. Shoot, what was his name? It wasn't Aiden, but it was something like that. I don't remember what his name was. Nino, that was his name. His name was Nino. Whatever Marinette's best friend's name was. And Chloe. I actually really liked Chloe. I'll never forgive Thomas Astruc for what he did to her. 5 characters, all in a chibi style. The coloring leaves something a little bit to be desired in places. Simple as they may be, I like the poses, I like the cute expressions. But with all that in mind, I think I'm awarding this one with still like. So there was an episode at one point where I think it was Ladybug and Adrian. Or maybe it was Cat. Well, I mean, there's the same freaking people, but I'm just saying like which form they form, were they in their spandex suits or not? Nonetheless, there was a scene where the two of them were together. Adrian was in his bathroom pretending to take a shower. Oh boy. Ladybug, it was Ladybug. Ladybug was in his room. She was protecting him because a villain was after him or something like that. I don't remember. It's been so freaking long since I've watched an episode of Miraculous Ladybug. But I thought, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I want to draw fan art. And then turns out drawing rooms was really hard and side profiles were harder apparently. They're either wearing really big wigs or their foreheads are freaking massive. So that being said, I am putting this in the Brother Ooh category. So Kitty Noir was before my anime phase, hence the style. I wanted to try making a girl version of Cat Noir. I don't know why, I just randomly thought, oh, it would be cool because Cat Noir was my favorite. I was probably more like 10 at this point. I mean, it's pretty cute. It's kind of hard to judge a 10-year-old drawing even when it's yourself. Even so, for a redesign or a reimagining, it leaves something to be desired, that's for sure. So, but it's not terrible either. Decent category. I put my paper up to the screen and traced out Ladybug and Cat Noir. That's why the lines are so crisp and why it actually looks really good. And then I just doodled a whole bunch of stuff on the outside. And in all honesty, it's not that bad. It's very pleasing to the eye in a way. There's some areas that are a little too crowded and some doodles that are a little boring. But I think this one deserves to go in the still light category. So it's just chibi Ladybug. She's holding out her yo-yo and giving you the DreamWorks expression. I mean, it doesn't have any color. It was sort of like an Inktober challenge. I don't know why I'm doing air quotes. It was an Inktober challenge. Nonetheless, I don't think it's really daring. I think overall it's pretty cute, but there's nothing really like original or something that stands out about it. So I'm gonna put it in the good category. With Cat Noir, on the other hand, this was also for the Inktober challenge. It was the other part. He did not turn out as well as the Ladybug one. He's going in the Brother Ooh. This was like when I first got into Miraculous. So this here is an imagining of what a toothless Miraculous would be like. I think I had just watched How to Train Your Dragon, was like, oh, that would be sick. I mean, I kind of took Toothless, made him a chibi, and then slapped a couple of things on his head. It was like, oh my gosh, it's Toothless Miraculous. I think it's a little bit original. Don't think it's enough to be in the still life category. For me personally, I think it deserves a spot in good. This one is a picture of Ladybug and Cat Noir and Queen Bee. Like I said, I really liked Queen Bee. They nerfed her in the show. So because Cat Noir did these puns and the show made it seem like they were just incredibly funny, this is where 10-year-old me learned about puns and decided that they were going to become my personality for the next 3 years of my life. So in this drawing, they're all tangled up in Ladybug's yo-yo, and Cat Noir is saying, this is not going well, so maybe later we should work on teamwork. But right now, I think we're a little tied up, wouldn't you say? And then Ladybug and Queen Bee are like, Cat Noir, seriously? I think we'll go a little bit easy on 10-year-old Alex and put it in the decent category. So this page wasn't drawn by me, it was a coloring page I found online. So I'm just gonna be judging the coloring. I'm just gonna put it in the decent category, I guess. Okay, so this one's kind of Ladybug fan art, kind of not. It's a drawing of a ladybug and it has some stars around it and it says Ladybugs as like a logo in the background. Even so, drawing is cute, nothing special about it though. Decent category. All right, this one's a coloring page again. Once again, there's that attempt at shading, but in this one, I tried to shift the hue a little bit more. You can see it's not just plain red, it has some yellow in the highlight areas and some purple in the shadows. Based on coloring alone, I'd say it's decent. This one here is just a pencil sketch, so it's a little hard to see, but I know this one is from 2018. This is where I was experimenting around with the anime style more, since I kind of had an idea of what it was at this point. And I had been following a lot of tutorials at this point. It's very light, but you can see like the sketch lines where I tried to mark out, you know, like how many heads tall she was gonna be and try a little perspective out. But an attempt was made. I'm gonna put this one in the decent category as well. This one here was an attempt at a redraw for Kitty Noir. And I actually did try to add something new into the design. So she has like a little like hoodie thing and she's got heels on with socks for some reason. That seems like a crime, but there's that. The one thing that makes this drawing absolutely horrible though is the proportions. Yep, brother. So for this one, I was watching a YouTuber at the time called Appleman. I stopped watching her pretty quickly. It was kind of like, it was just like one of those month-long phases that I went through. Nonetheless, I created like a Ladybug chibi in the style, colored it in with a cheap watercolor pan set that I had. I can't say how much this actually looks like Appleman's old art style, but coloring is cute, chibi's cute, the proportions are okay. Again, chibi proportions, but still good. I have no complaints about this one. So this is another case of I had discovered what anime was. I had seen some pictures of it. I had seen it around, but I still didn't know what it was. Despite that, I was still trying to copy the style. And I guess I just wanted to change things up for once and draw Ladybug in a royal outfit or a princess of some sort. I really liked princesses and drawing fairies and all that stuff. Still do. I think it's pretty cute. So even with all that in consideration, I'm gonna put this in the good category. So here's another printer paper sketch of Ladybug. She's swinging along with her yo-yo, and there are a couple of ladybugs chasing after her, and she has like a little like hair thing that's in a heart. And of course she's doing the peace sign, because I was obsessed with characters doing the peace sign. So I'm putting it in the good category. All right, we're in full swing. I know what anime mode is here, and I liked it so much I cut it out. It's just a side profile of Ladybug. I still had no idea how her like little sideburn things worked. I still don't. I wouldn't say I still like it. I mean, obviously like I'm attached to my old art, but I'm just gonna put this one in the good category. Okay, here's one of, not Marinette, but Bridget. This is her anime counterpart. Body proportions are really long and I don't like the way it turned out that much. I'm just gonna put it in the decent category. So for an art assignment, we were supposed to make some sort of like collage or something, and my aunt gave me a Miraculous Ladybug card set. So I drew like little combinations of symbols all around the border, and then you have like all the different ships in between. I mean, the creativity is there in the symbols, but I was definitely being lazy with it. Another coloring book page, judging it just based on the coloring, my coloring. Very minimal effort was put in, although I wasn't trying to be super fancy or anything like that. I was just having fun. Decent. Okay, I'm gonna put this one in the still life category. I colored it with crayons, and while the crayon job is not the smoothest, this still holds a dear place in my heart. I like how the chibi looked. I was super proud of the coloring and the pose and all that. Hey, still like it. Once again, I've seen anime before, but I have no idea what it is or what it's called. But I'm gonna put it in the still life category. The pose is pretty good. The anatomy is pretty decent. Again, head's just a little big, but I mean, cartoony. I'm gonna put this in the still life category. Tiki is my sleep paralysis demon in the corner of the room at 3 a.m. Still overall, a really cute spread. Again, holds a lot of nostalgia for me. Decent category. So this one's Volpina. Did I love her design? In my opinion, her design trumps Ladybug's and Cat Noir's just because of how cute it looks. Little kid's drawing, and I'm biased. I don't care what anyone else thinks. Still good. This was before anime stage. It's Adrian and Cursed Plague. This time, I am judging a 10-year-old's drawing. Brother Ooh. Okay, so I got my first digital art tablet in 2017. So starting off with that, there's this drawing of Cat Noir I did. I was practicing drawing boys because I could not for the life of me draw boys. I still struggle with it. His face is a little bit off. Even at the time, I didn't really like it. Good attempt. I'm just gonna put this in the good category. Square image of him doing the whole like this thing. I could never get his hair right. His hair is so weird. It looks like bananas. Nonetheless, not too bad. I'm putting it in the decent category. Chibi Marinette for my sketchbook. Brother, ew. I don't like her facial expression. Main goal was to capture Marinette's silhouette. Despite being a sketch, I am putting it in the still light category. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But her anatomy leaves something to be desired. And then there's a lot of awkward space between the objects. So brother, ew. Heck yeah, Volpina. I tried out some lighting. I tried out like a sunset and put her on top of a building and all that. I'm putting that in the still good category. It's just another picture of Ladybug posing. I drew Ladybug because she was the easiest for me, even though my favorite character was Cat Noir, I drew Ladybug because she was, I mean, you really didn't have to put that much thought into it. I like the face. Brother, ew. I'm not really sure what to do with this drawing because these are like real people. Still like, I guess. This is a redraw of Luca to practice boys. Decent category. It's not bad, it's just not good. Oh no, here's another Miraculous Ladybug comic. Watching the Miraculous episode Cataclysm. Spoilers. Other people's reaction. So there is a way Hawkmoth can akumatize more than one person. Wow, this opens up a lot of doors, plans, and ideas for him. OMG, Hawkmoth actually moved from his spot? Glad to see him getting some exercise. I was in middle school, that's all I'm gonna say. It's cringy as heck, brother ooh. If there was a drawing I was going to put in the still light category, it would be this one. So I decided to draw in the anime style. So I drew this character that I made on a dress-up doll app. I think I got it pretty dang close. Okay, we're down to our last two here. Yes, the Kwame. I wonder if I could get all their names right. Tiki, Trix, already failed. Whatever the bee was named. I don't remember the freaking turtle either. I don't remember the peacocks, and then there was Nuru and Plague. Okay, so 4 out of 7. I'm just gonna put this one in the good category. Alrighty, final drawing here. And I think it's a fitting one. It's Cat Noir and Ladybug in a chibi style. I think this is a great drawing to end this portion of the tier list off on. Good poses, good positioning, nice background, well-balanced colors. There's a couple little things that are off, but I still like it. And I think it deserves to go in the still good category. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the arrangements. And there is all of my Miraculous Ladybug fan art ranked.